It was the hardest ticket to get in these parts in ages, and the folks that are packed into this place are making an impact already. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the Atlanta Braves and the Tampa Bay Rays. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And when you start the series on the road, obviously, you'd love to win 2 games. But coming out of there with no worse than a split is what you're really kind of hoping to accomplish. So now, they come home, they've taken back home field advantage, and they can feed on this crowd, hopefully, to give them a big leg up in this series.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on the show. And we'll have it for you next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Tampa Bay Rays.
Quickly now, we'll look at the 2 guys who'll get the ball here in Game 3. And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Chris Archer gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, in his last time out, he gave him 7 strong innings. Got his ball club to win. They'll take that again from him here.
And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for Tampa Bay. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, Asdrubal Cabrera is a show-stopping, acrobatic shortstop that dazzles fans with incredible plays on a regular basis. Look out for him to make some great plays on defense in this one.
Justin Upton will get his first opportunity here, and if you go by the numbers, it's been a disappointing start to this World Series for him so far.
Yeah, he really hasn't gotten on track, and I think you have to give some of that credit to good pitching. But he's really been a bit of a non-factor so far. Still time for him to turn it around, though.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. 1 away.
And that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. He's got to be thinking he let one get away there because, that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Andrelton Simmons will come forward now, and as you see by the numbers, he's off to a hot start here in the Fall Classic.
Yeah, some guys just love being on that big stage, and he's been a big part of this ball club all season long, so it's no surprise to me that he swung a hot bat when it matters the most.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Patty Johnson back there. Good umpire. I know some pitchers have felt the squeeze at times on the corners, but I still think he does a good job of rewarding guys for making good pitches.
And another foul ball. swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Josso scoops it up in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Line toward the alley in left center. Joyce is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So a fairly painless top of the first. And now the Rays will get their first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. And with that, a look at the Rays lineup card in this one. Who stands out to you, EK?
Well, Matt, Evan Longoria has been tearing it up lately. He's one of the best all-around players in the majors. He's got the power to go deep, the speed to wreak havoc on the base paths, the patience to put together a good at-bat, and the ice-cold veins that allow him to thrive in clutch situations.
Julio Teheran will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, he's coming off a complete game victory in his last start. Looked great in that one. We'll see if he can continue that here.
And with that, let's check out the top of the scorecard and see how the Braves align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Freddie Freeman may not be the best at his position defensively, but he is very reliable. Makes all the routine plays. He's going to pick a few here and there. Somebody that you really like to have over at first base.
And
Matt Joyce comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Joyce.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. High and deep to center field. Hayward looks up, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run there for Matt Joyce. His second home run of the series as the Rays move out on top 1-0.
Well, we can show you the replay here, but I'm not all that convinced that this ball has even come down yet. Goodness gracious. This is a fastball that he absolutely barrels up. And with his strength, this ball's going a long way.
Batting second baseman.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. That previous home run believed to be in the neighborhood of 430 feet. No outs, nobody on. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Tehran's ready. Here it is on 0-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. but it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds at 2-2. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Hot shot on the ground to short. Taken in by Simmons. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, Evan Longoria.
Evan Longoria digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Squared that one up just a little late. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped in front of home plate. Gaddis gonna have to hurry. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Well, with 2 strikes, you've got to protect up there, even on a curveball that's a borderline strike. But he can only manage to get this one off the end of his bat, and it winds up being a simple little ground out.
Here's Will Myers. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Ground ball left side. Johnson's got it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Rays get 1 thanks to this swing by Matt Joyce. Second inning coming up. Tampa Bay's out to a 1-0 lead. Jason Hayward makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Archer steps into his windup. Here's the 1-1. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. 1-2, here it comes. And this is swung on and missed, and Hayward has gone on strikes, and there's 1 away.
Well, it's really not too hard to figure out what the game plan is on a guy like this. You cannot give him anything up around the belt that he can drive. So you're going to see that all 4 pitches are either mid-thigh or below, and that's right about where you're going to want to be pitching against a guy like this.
Evan Gaddis now standing in. Swing and a liner, but foul. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Again, he sends it out of play. Ready on 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. And with 2 away, let's give you one more look at the paths these two teams took to get to this Game 3 of the World Series. Chris Johnson into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop foul right at home plate. 2 out, nobody on. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
And this guy won't lay down here because there's 2 outs and nobody on. He's putting up a good fight.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. Back with more from Game 3 after this. James Loney strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
First baseman, James Loney.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. He'll take the turn and head for second.
Man, I'll tell you, talk about veteran leadership and showing youngsters how to approach each and every at-bat at the major league level. Well, just show them the tape of this swing. If he tries to pull this pitch, it's either a 4-hopper or an easy fly ball. Instead, he knows just to basically throw his hands at this thing, and he's able to drive it the other way for a double.
As Drupal Cabrera stands in as he looks at a called strike. No one out with a runner at second. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him, and I doubt there was any intent behind that.
I don't think this partisan crowd is going to like that too much. One thing you don't want to do as an opposing pitcher Well, two things, actually. One, you don't want to get the crowd involved early, and two, you don't want to set yourself up for a possible big inning. Now, both of those things have come true.
Standing in now, Trey Barnett, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one.
Very important here, with two guys on following the hit by pitch. He had to come out and establish the count in his favor, and he did just that.
First and second here with nobody out. Line toward the gap in left center. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Well, this ball's hit pretty well, but this is a nice play out there to play the carom off the wall and then get the ball in quickly, and that's going to hold his man to just a single. That's a nice play.
In is the center fielder, Angel Pagan, as he'll take a look at ball one.
Well, right here is where you've got to be smart out there. They've got nowhere to put you, so we probably won't be working the corners.
Bases loaded here, nobody out. Hit out towards second. Scooped up, Simmons. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Well, you know, nothing kills a rally quite like a double play ball. But this is a double whammy. You've got a double play with the bases loaded and nobody out. They do get one run here, but it comes at a pretty hefty price.
John Jaso will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And even though you got a two-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
Two outs here with a runner at third. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2. You get that feeling that'll be a pitch we see a lot of as this game goes along.
And when he's throwing that thing good, a lot of times that's where it winds up. So these guys are going to have to prove they can lay off that thing in the dirt, or they're going to keep seeing it.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Backhanded. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Couple of hits lead to a run here for Tampa Bay. We've played two full. The Rays are in front, 2-0. Jonas Linden will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
Archer looks in. Here comes the first pitch. Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
3-0 now.
And that questionable call on the previous pitch, it really changes the at-bat because he doesn't want to just lay one in there on 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and the tide is not working in his favor.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
No leadoff walk just yet as that finds the strike zone and the count comes full at 3-2.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. One away.
Well, pitching like this deserves another look through as we check out the last 4 batters on show track. Here he was striking out the side the previous inning, and he starts things off here with another one. That's 4 in a row now.
Stepping in now, Alexis Villanueva. As he'll swing here and lift a fly ball out to right center. Myers is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 2, Melvin Upton Jr.
Melvin Upton will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
First pitch on its way. Lined hard toward right center. And that'll get down in front of Pagan for a base hit.
Yeah, that's a 2-out hit here in the 3rd inning. Maybe just a little something to get this guy out of his early comfort zone and put him into the stretch.
Justin Upton will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
And that 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1. Runner goes for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Braves go down quietly. They're still down. It's 2-0. Matt Joyce digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Tonight, borderline calls, you got to be swinging.
Fly ball to straightaway left. Upton's under it. 1 down.
Your second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Ben Zobrist stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. Now here's the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
He's just working east and west here. He'll be fine if he just stays out of the middle.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2. Hit pretty well out to deep center field. Back goes Hayward. Still going back. Gone! So a solo home run off the bat of Ben Zobrist. his first homer here in the series as the Rays have opened up a 3-0 lead.
This is what you expect when you make it to the postseason. I mean, you expect the guys that have carried you all year to keep on producing, and sure enough, he comes through again and delivers a no-doubter here.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1.
And these guys already have one home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
And a good pitch there. It's a big front door curveball, and he had no way of opening up to it.
Tap foul at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And no offer that time from Longoria. It's back to 2-2 now.
He showed him that slider running away 2 times in a row. Well, now might be a good time to call him that 2-seamer running in.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Hit hard back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
A good job there of making a 2-strike adjustment. Very compact there. He uses the middle of the field, and this just finds its way into center for a base hit.
Here's Will Myers as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Runners on first with 1 down. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
And a good curveball there, but he wouldn't bite. It's 1-2.
And that curveball still hasn't shown up yet. It's normally a real good pitch for him, but it hasn't served him well at all so far.
Line drive to center field, and that's going to get down in front of Hayward for a base hit. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. So 2 men are on with 1 man out, and striding in is the first baseman, James Loney. And he gets ahead with the curveball, strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Upton has it in his tracks. 2 gone.
The shortstop, number 13.
Nice. A good pitch there to record the out. You can see on the graphic with 39 strikes, his ball-to-strike ratio is way out of whack. Just seems like guys are up there swinging at just about everything he's throwing.
Asdrubal Cabrera stands in with 2 on and 2 out here in the third.
And you know, some guys just get better with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. This is a big at-bat for him right here, even though it's still early.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Boy, things are going from bad to worse so far. He's looking completely lost up there.
2 down, runners at first and second. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Rays get a run thanks to Ben Zobrist. We're through 3 in St. Pete. It's now 3-0 Tampa. Leading off the inning, Justin Upton, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Archer gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. And Upton can't connect there as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And both guys can go back and get it when they need to. 96 on the one hand, 94 on the other. Stepping in, Andrelton Simmons. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Dribbled to the right side. Giasso is up with it on to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th.
First baseman number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman stands in for the second time. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Yeah, and even though that's a tough one to get on top of, I think he'd say he got away with one right there. That's in too good a location when the matchup's not in your favor.
Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Braves. Still down 3-0. Trey Barnett is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Designated hitter, Trey.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees, 1-1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
In there, 1-2 now.
But this is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. This one's blooped out toward right center field. In there, a base hit.
Let's watch this swing in show motion. You're going to see this pitch just tie him up in knots, but somehow he's able to fist it all the way out to right field.
now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. In is the center fielder, Angel Pagan. Pitch outside, the throw. Not in time as he steals second.
And sometimes when you've got a pitcher who's out there scuffling a little bit, you worry more about throwing strikes than you do about the base runners. And I think that may have been the case right there.
3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. Just missing here, 2-0.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
This is line to left, but he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Well, in this at-bat, he did everything right. He got himself into a good hitter's count. That's 2-0. Found a good pitch to hit, and he hit it hard. Just unlucky, I guess. He hit it right at somebody.
Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. Here's John Jaso now. To short, hit hard. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 20, Matt
Joyce strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. He pulls this one into right, into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch to end the inning. Maybe a rug burner too after that one as we get another look at it here. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Jason Hayward will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Archer's ready. First pitch on its way. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Cabrera is there to put this one away, and it's a very quick out to start the 5th. An early look at the line score here tonight as we play the top of the 5th. And boy, just one lone hit for the visitors this evening as they've been taken to task by this starter. Evan Gattis is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Well, you see his pitch count on your screen right there. That's not a mistake. He's been loving those first pitch outs, that's for sure.
And it's quickly 0-2. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. No runs, just one hit, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point, so his control has been really, really spot on so far. Here's Chris Johnson now.
as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Yeah, one pitch away now from getting through 5 shutout innings. And I'll tell you what, the way he's throwing, this could turn out to be a night off for the bullpen.
Turned on down the line. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Jonas Linden comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
A runner on first with 2 away. Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. 1 left for Atlanta. They trail in this one 3-0. Ben Zobrist comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And a high strike there, 0-1. Lifted the other way to left center. Upton's after it. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Well, he gets you out there, but he's not missing many bats right now. The guys are really putting together some good swings against him so far.
Evan Longoria will dig in 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Here's a 2-seamer inside to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but you know he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
1 out, nobody on. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike. One and 2 now as that's in there at the knees.
Nothing fancy. 3 fastballs so far in this at-bat. He could go just about anywhere from here.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Longoria will take the turn and head for second now. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs. I mean, when it matters most, he's come up aces more times than not. And he delivers once again here with a ringing double. Man, he's fun to watch.
Into the box now, Will Myers. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
First pitch coming, here it is. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. Rounded down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Boy, that's a big time to pick up the first strikeout of the ball game here. So far, guys have been putting the ball in play, and really that's been part of the problem, quite frankly. But that's a good job to get a much-needed punch-out right there.
Here's the first baseman, James Loney. And he lays off there, 1-0. And he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. This one's a strike. It's 1-1. And Loney takes that one that misses. It's 2-1.
I think all these hits are making him a little gun-shy out there. He's starting to aim the ball and to nibble. When calls don't go your way, that could be trouble.
Three and one now.
Oh, with every pitch it misses, he just keeps digging himself a deeper and deeper hole.
2 out here and a runner at second. And the count will be full. Drilled on the ground is short. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 1 left for Tampa, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Alexis Villanueva will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
Here comes the first pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Swing and a little tapper. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes.
Neither guy giving in here. This is a great at-bat.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Zobrist is there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Now in the box, Melvin Upton. He reached on a single in his first try. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1.
Boy, we're more than halfway through this game, and he's thrown a first pitch strike to 70% of the batters he's faced, so he's pitching very, very well right now.
Hit hard to short. Cabrera's up with it. On to first, and there were 2 down.
And I'll tell you what, a 3-0 lead with the way this guy's throwing must look like a 10-0 lead to these guys. I mean, they just haven't been able to solve him at all so far.
So 2 gone in the inning now, and here's Justin Upton. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
And they're able to keep the inning alive as you check out the numbers on his performance so far. That's just the 3rd hit he's allowed to this point. He's been pretty much in control the whole way. Andrelton Simmons will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game. Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over. Calling for it, Myers. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Braves strand 1. They trail it here 3-0. Andrew McCready will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the 6th.
Number 9, Andrew McCready.
Asdrubal Cabrera will lead things off as the Rays look to get something going in their half of the 6th. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Fastball in there for a called strike. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And that's lifted the other way out to left. And this is taken in by Upton for the 1st out.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit. And it's an easy play out there in left field.
Trey Barnett digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. 3-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Center fielder, number 16,
Angel Pagan digs in now after lining out in his last try.
And Matt, you know what? It's always a little frustrating when you square one up, you hit a solid live drive somewhere, and all you get to show for it is a nice little jog right back to the dugout. That can get in your head a little bit after a while.
Runners off for second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
And we'll get a nice shot here from our overhead camera. You can see him get a good break from first base, and he's able to take second with ease.
Fly ball out toward left center field. After it is Upton. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The catcher, number 28, John Jaso.
John Jaso will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
First pitch of the at-bat. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Left field and deep. Upton going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. The run scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up packing. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Here's Matt Joyce now. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his second of the game. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Ben Zobrist will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First delivery to him on the way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
And this should be a pretty good test of his resiliency out there. He's going to need to snap back in a hurry because he's got a lot more danger ahead.
The 0-1 pitch. And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. 1-1, here it comes. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. The ball flying around the yard in this one, as you see so far there. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up to start the 7th, and this is now a 6-0 ball game. Back here at Tropicana Field in St. Pete. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Freddie Freeman is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Hit down the line at first. Gloved by Loney, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Jason Hayward will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. And that's in there for strike 1.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Barely able to make contact, down 0-2 now. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Evan Gattis stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, he got a little revenge there. He struck out twice before that, and now he gets him back with a solid base hit.
Chris Johnson will stand in. A strikeout victim his first time, and then a base hit last time around. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Two and 0.
Now you've got a 6-run lead out there, and there's no reason not to come right at guys.
Two out with the man at first. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. To 2-2 now.
He's closing in on putting up yet another 0.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. They still find themselves down 6-0. Eric Aparicio will come on now in a mop-up role, as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Evan Longoria will lead things off here for Tampa Bay, and we'll get a look at Will Myers after that. He's in the on-deck circle.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Upton is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning.
I think that's a situation where he just wasn't ready for the fastball, and it got on him too quickly and just hits a lazy fly ball to right.
Here's Will Myers. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him because that thing was right down Broadway.
Down the third baseline. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Good start to the inning here out of the bullpen. After 3 runs came in to score last inning, they needed someone to come in here and slow that offense down a bit.
James Loney gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Hit hard on the ground towards second. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Down in order go the Rays. They lead it 6-0. Jonas Linden comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. Well, the guy you see right there has been terrific. But will they let him work these final 2 innings?
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the 8th, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
Pagan is there, and he has it for the first out.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. Shutout intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they've just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Alexis Villanueva will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. On the ground to the left side. On to first, and he's breezing through the 8th here with 2 quick outs. Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Melvin Upton will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
I like how he's approaching things here. He's got a good, safe lead, so he's not setting guys up or wasting a lot of pitches. He's coming right after everybody.
Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
Shot toward right center, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. And you can see on the graphic right here that that total's starting to get up there now, so he may be getting just a little bit tired.
Justin Upton will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Archer comes set. First pitch on the way. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And, you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around. And that's a good job to start this guy with strike 1.
A runner on first with 2 away. Grounded back up the middle. Underhanded flip on the Zobrist for the force, and the side is retired. Braves strand 1. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Asdrubal Cabrera digs in to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
And that's a good guy to take care of on one pitch, especially on a swing like that.
Into the box, Trey Barnett, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. First offering on its way. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. Really a good job so far by this guy out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he's come in and really put his stamp on this game. He's thrown a lot of strikes. That's what you want.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hard hit towards center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
As a manager, you love your relievers to come in and give you plenty of strikeouts. But I'll tell you what, there isn't a manager alive that'll get upset when you come in and get 2 outs on 3 pitches.
Angel Pagan will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
And he takes ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. That's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
2 out, nobody on. That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there. Right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Here it comes on 1-1. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Rays go in order, 1, 2, 3. But they're on top by a count of 6-0. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show from inside the Trop as you get a nice look outdoors at some of the activity in nearby Tampa. Andrelton Simmons will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Bounced weakly near the plate. Gasso has it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Freddie Freeman will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Oh, and 1, here it comes. Bounce to the right into the loaded-up infield. Zobrist has it on the first, and that means the Braves are now down to their final out.
Center fielder.
These guys continue to put up very little resistance out there. He's on his way towards a 5-hit shutout.
Jason Hayward will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
Pitch on the way. Hit sharply toward the right side. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Evan Gattis gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Swing and a misses. He was way in front of that one.
And now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Now a crowd of 31,000 plus come to their feet. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. And he holds up on this one, but it's a called strike 3, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, we've talked about it all throughout this game. He was completely in charge, essentially, from pitch 1. And now he finishes off a masterful performance here, getting the complete game shutout.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home top player of the game honors in this one.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Rays are victorious in this one, 6-0. Good night from Tampa.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Rays, 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For Atlanta, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. The winning pitcher is Chris Archer. The loss goes to Julio Teheran. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 50 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout of 45,000. The Rays thank you and hope you'll join us again real soon at Tropicana Field.